Hey everybody, trying to get my hair fixed right. Let's see. Got water. It's let's just say it's kind of I'm feeling sorry for my poor kitties right now. It's been a rough weekend, everybody. I got lots to tell you, so everybody get in line here. I've got Liz standing by. She's going to help us learn a few things about Facebook so we can do some, make sure you never miss us. That's the main thing, because we have, Facebook's made some changes, and I'm trying to spread this out here, because I tried to tell Robert the other day that just a few minutes ago, that I talk with my hands all the time. He said, "No, you don't." And I said, "You kind of watch my videos, honey." "Yes, I do." He was complaining about somebody who was talking with their hands on the TV a while ago. And I said, "Well, you have not watched my videos. I'm telling you." So anyway, this last Friday, Friday is the day that Robert and I go and do things together. And all of a sudden, about 1 o'clock Friday afternoon, we decided it was time to go look for a dog. Now, our journey took us to Asheville. We went to Brother Wolf, and if you're in the Asheville area, they need linens right now. So let's clean out our linen closets and take some blankets for the dogs and critters. And I get overwhelmed at these places. There's the barking all the time, and I feel so sorry for all the critters there, and it just breaks my heart. But I went, and there was still ice on the ground, and it was difficult, and we didn't find a dog that we wanted there. So we went to another place where we've adopted dogs, at Charlie's Angels, and we checked them out, and they had one that's a possibility. It's a rather large dog. But our problem is we have two cats. We have a white cat. His name is Penrod, and he thinks he's a dog. And he can get along with most anything, and he stands his ground. But the gray kitty, who is our timid kitty, she's a scaredy cat, and she has a hard time if anything new. She doesn't even like me much. But Robert is her friend, and it's heartbreaking. So we didn't find anything on Friday. We really looked too. And then Saturday, we decided to go over to the Asheville Animal Shelter, Humane Society, Buncombe County Animal Shelter. And we found the cutest little dog. She's a hound. And her name was Nellie. And we finally figured out why they named her Nellie, because she drug Robert all over the parking lot. We got her, and we brought her home, and Robert and Justin brought her home, and I went to a surprise birthday party for Tammy. And it was Saturday night, Sunday night, Monday night to Tuesday. Luckily, she's automatically they chip them and she got chipped, and they put her in our name, and we brought her home. We have 2 acres fenced in, and the dog immediately crawled under the fence. Robert fixed it. She climbed over another way. And it was just, and she'd follow her nose, and she was a mile one direction and a mile another direction, and we'd have to go get her. And she went to 3 different places. The local local fella comes by every once in a while. He called me up. He didn't know it was our dog, and he had it, and she got away from him. And then she got into the neighbor's cow pasture, and they have chickens in the pasture. And Jimmy helped me try to get her out of there, but she wasn't in the chicken coop, thank goodness, because they could shoot her if she was in the chicken coop. And we got her home, and then the cats were just beside themselves. Samantha hid. She got up in behind our stereo system on a shelf. I mean, terrified. Because the dog didn't attack them, she just stalked them. And it was just pitiful. And she wasn't house trained, which we were trying to do that. And by Tuesday, when she got out again, she went to the neighbor's house up on the hill above the chicken coop, and they caught her and held on to her till we got there. I just looked at Robert and I said, honey, I think we're going to have to take her back. And this was the second time that she had been taken back to the animal shelter, which broke my heart again. And we just took her back because we couldn't contain her. She didn't need 10 acres fenced in. She needed 1,000 acres fenced in. And, you know, the cats have been with us a long time. And they seem so much happier now that they're not being terrorized. And I told Robert we're just going to have to wait a little while. We may get and Tuesday we went down to our local animal shelter. It's beautiful, Transylvania County's animal shelter. It's absolutely wonderful. And it wasn't as overwhelming as the big ones because it didn't have that many critters in it. And we didn't find anything because we like big dogs, and most of them are just little dogs and pit bull dogs, and pit bulls don't do well with cats. And so God will send us the dog that's supposed to be with us. I know He will. And we just got to be patient. And we just got to be patient. So, everybody, we're going to pray for us to find a dog. And let's get back to what's going on. Let me see if I can find Liz here. Where's Liz? Liz, make a comment so I can get you on here. Because she has found out some wonderful ways we can do. Hey, Sonny. Maybe she'll make a comment. But we named Nellie. We figured out why her name was Nellie, because you're always hollering, "Whoa, Nellie!" Because she's taking off. She was really taking off with us. If Liz will make a comment, I can get to her. Let's see, is that her? I don't know. I don't think I can get Liz on here because unless I go back to the beginning of the comments, I think I saw her. Invite. There. Invite Liz. Let's see if that works. I can't invite that guest. Okay. Let's see. Sorry, y'all. I'm not talking. There she is. Let's see if we can cancel. Trying to invite Liz. Invite to. Okay, we're adding Liz now. This will be good. Liz is the FlyLady that handles our Facebook page. So you know her well.
Hi.
There she is.
Hi.
I think I may have to unplug. Hold on a second. Are you there?
Yep. How are you?
Oh, good. Good. You got Gemma?
Yep.
Say hi.
You better grab her. There's my baby girl. Hey, Gemma. Look at her. She's waving at me.
Hey, hello.
Hey. Aunt Marla says hi.
Hey, hi.
Look at that baby girl. She did wave.
Yes, she did. She's
She'll
learning.
be a year. She'll be a year old in just a few days.
Yeah, it's coming up quick. It's coming up quick.
It is. Okay, tell us. What do you want to tell us? Tell all the ladies.
Okay, so if you want to follow the FlyLady, which you should, to see first, you don't want to miss out any on the life-changing posts, and you want to stay in the loop on everything. You need to go into your settings, and I'll do a post afterwards, so it shows you list by list for who doesn't get it all right now. So first you have to do your settings, and then scroll down to newsfeed preferences, and then after that, click that, and it says prioritize who to see first. And you want to make sure you click on the FlyLady so you don't miss out on all the important stuff. Because with Facebook, it may not be shown. It may not be shown that often unless you do click see first, and you do not want to miss out. Right?
Yeah, especially now that we're doing our back to basics.
Yeah.
I blow her a kiss. Can you blow a kiss?
Go. But yeah, just make sure that, and I'll also do an image so it shows you list by list, just in case.
Oh, that'd be good. That'd be good. Well, I'll let you get back to. Liz did all the research on this. I don't think I could explain it very well, but she did all the research on it because Facebook has changed the way they show things in your news feed. And if you want to see what's happening, you have to see us first. So she did all the research and put it up there, and she's the one that keeps up with all y'all and answers all your questions or sends you to me or Laura or whoever. So, but she handles all the Facebook page, and that's a lot of handling with over 600,000 of them. Did she say FlyLady? I think she said FlyLady. I think she did. Yay! Bye-bye.
Have a good day. Love
you. Got a handful.
Bye. Bye.
See you later. Love y'all.
See ya.
Bye. Okay, that's Liz and Gemma. They're the dynamic duo in Baltimore. Anyway, so she's figured it all out for us, and you got to go to your settings. She's going to post it all up there and have you show you so that you don't miss our post or don't miss us in your news feed, because they're doing away with it. I forgot to put my microphone back in. How's that? Okay, because I can't hear Liz talking if I've got this thing plugged in. Anyway, so we've been going back to basics this week. We started on Monday, and y'all been doing really good. You've been blowing up my email with those replies, those automatic messages to me with all those things in the subject line. I've been having to set up filters after filters. This past Saturday when we had this new dog, I totally reworked all our back to basic missions. I mean, I just started from scratch. And I think they're really good. It's 2 weeks worth. If I can get you to touch on just a few things, you're gonna get how it works. And we just have to jump back on the bandwagon. A lot of times we think we miss a day on something and we just give up. Just give up before you ever really gotten started. So here it is, the 25th day of January, and we just have to calm down. And I've been working on tomorrow's mission, getting it posted, ready to go. And I put together, Liz wanted a place for all the missions to be, so we've built that this morning with Liz's help, and she can post that later. and I'll be adding to it every couple of days, and having the missions in one place. But just jump in right where we are. There's really no rhyme or reason to them. There's just the basic things you need to know to fly. Tomorrow's mission is menu planning. And I know y'all hate it. You don't think you can do it. But you know, it's real easy to do if you'll just keep up with what you eat every day. Kind of keep a diary of what you eat. And have fun with it. Everybody likes Taco Tuesdays. That's an easy meal to fix. Taco Tuesdays. Kids love to make homemade pizzas. That can always be on Saturday as part of your family fun day. Have, like Sunday, I like to cook a big pot roast or spaghetti or, comfort food. So you get a basic weekly plan to your menus, and then you're just adding a couple of things to it. And when you clean out your refrigerator on Wednesday, that you throw some chicken thighs our chicken thighs and chicken legs in the crock pot, and clean out your refrigerator. Get rid of all those little condiment things that you get with takeout. Put it in the crock pot. You got surprise chicken. Put on some rice and put together a salad, and you got a great meal. So Wednesday can always be surprise chicken, and then all you're left with is Friday, and that can be a special meal that you do for date night, or you could go out to dinner if you wanted to. And then Tuesday, one night you can have soup and sandwiches. Everybody loves grilled cheese and tomato soup. So you come up with these menus and just rotate them around. You can put them on Post-it notes. Let me grab the Post-it notes. Pull off the little Post-it note and cut the top part off that doesn't have sticky on it, and where you got sticky stuff, and just write your entree on the sticky part, and you can move it up and down your calendar. That's the tip for tomorrow. So we're doing a back to basic 2 missions every day and an essay to go along with it, with a tip of the day. And I'm going to get back in your head so that you can do this. You really can do this. And it is a lot of fun if you will just let go of your perfectionism, thinking you have to do it right, the right way. You just have to do something. We got a great question this morning. Wanted to know, now that we don't have the dust mop pad anymore for our mop, what do you use? And you can use a regular fingered mop cloth, and it does a great job for dust mopping your house. But I like to wet mine and just wet mop the house. It makes it fun. And rinse it out and throw it in the washing machine with your other microfiber cloths, and you're good to go. Our perfectionist tendencies keeps us from doing something. It makes us procrastinate, and we are the queens of procrastination. So stop procrastinating and do. Oh, my little feed quit going. I like to see your comments, but I can't comment on them. Anyway, so that's what we've been doing this week. This back to basics. It's going to be all next week too. So you've got 2 weeks worth, and anytime you need to jump back on the bandwagon, you can do it. You can do it by go shine your sink and set your timer. It's just that simple. So do we have some questions today? I'm in the mood to answer questions because I'm tired of talking to myself. Who wants to be on with me? Let's see. If you want to be on, kind of turn your phone this way, and I will get you on here with us. Hey, Valerie from Portugal. I don't know why my news feed isn't isn't moving so that I can see people log in. Let me go back up to the top. Maybe it goes from the top down. Nope, nothing's moving. Oh well. I don't know why it's not moving. That makes me upset when I'm in the mood to answer some questions. Debbie says she got notified that I was live. That's great. And we have a Twitter feed too. Go sign up for our Twitter feed. It's the FlyLady on Twitter. And this stuff, you can set your Twitter feed to send you mobile notifications so that anytime we send a tweet, you'll get it. A lot of times Liz will post something and she'll post it on Twitter too. There's my brother-in-law trying to find. Oh well, I guess I give up. I just give up. Isn't that what we do? We if things don't go our way, we just give up. And now I felt really bad about the dog. I just felt like I hadn't done everything I could do, and I had to realize that not every dog is a fit for our family, even though we like dogs. We have to think about the rest of the family, the cats too. So I can't beat myself up. Okay, well, I just have to breathe and quit looking at the screen. And there we go. I'll put this down a little bit. I didn't turn the ceiling light on today. Now, I realized that the house isn't baby proofed for puppies. I got too much stuff to have puppies around. So if we're going to get a puppy, which I don't really want a puppy, I'd rather have a bigger dog than a puppy. I got lots of decluttering to do. It's just not going to work if it's going to be a puppy. It's just, and I think Robert's kind of got his heart set on a puppy. And I don't really want one, but hey, we're both home 24/7. It'll be okay. We can train a puppy. I'm not a good puppy trainer, but there's YouTube videos for that. Now, one of the fun things you can do is to make some YouTube videos. And with the phone, it's real easy now. Just some little short videos of some of the things you and your family do to have fun. Doing weekly home blessing, or to have fun doing the floors. A fun tip for doing your floors is, especially on a rainy day, oh, this is great. Put the kids in their bathing suits and get the house good and warm, and put some shaving cream down on the floor with a little bit of water, and let them slip and slide, and you'll have the cleanest floors ever. It's a lot of fun. No, my news feed isn't moving. Okay, maybe everybody just needs to send me thumbs up and I can get this thing going. Or make some post. Ask a question. Maybe I can see your question. I know you're hearing me because look at all the thumbs up. There's Conda. Hey girl, love you. Anyway, Robert's gone up the mountain to play chess with his buddy. He turned 89 yesterday. And Robert's been playing chess with him for over 40 years. And Charles is just a fine man. I even called them to see if they wanted the dog. And Sandy, their daughter, said, no, really can't have another dog up here on the mountain. That dog would have been great up on the mountain. But it just wasn't meant to be. It wasn't meant to be, and it just breaks my heart. So I'm kind of stuck on on that. So everybody, let's post what's for supper. What are you having for dinner tonight? Give all your friends some ideas on what's for dinner. Do you know what's for dinner at your house? Today I'm having leftovers because we had some leftover corned beef and cabbage, and that was really good last night. I had cooked it on Tuesday, but we took the dog back spur of the moment, and we just we we gave up. I put it in the refrigerator. I put it back on to cook yesterday and put the cabbage and the potatoes in it. And it was really good the second day, even though it cooked 2 days, but it was still real good. Let's see, what else? I don't know why this isn't spinning. I guess because I tried to get chicken and hamburgers and stir fry. Yum, that sounds good. I know at Tammy's house for lunch they made some carbonara, which was one of my favorite things. And we saw a commercial on TV last night for Olive Garden. So that could be in our near future because the Olive Garden looked really good. Even Robert said so. We hadn't been there in a while, a couple, 3 months. So menu planning is tough, but just think about it. Write down what you had for dinner last night. Write down, if you can think of it, this is a good exercise in memory. Write down what you ate for dinner the night before. What did you have on Sunday? And see, this kind of gives you a little plan. You keep a diary of what you're eating, that's going to build your menu plan. Need motivation to purge. I hate to let go of stuff, FlyLady. We all hate to let go of stuff. It's our cocoon. But if we let it go, we won't even miss it. One time somebody asked me, what's the weirdest thing you ever decluttered? And I was just dumbfounded. I couldn't think of anything weird. And finally, after about 5 minutes, it hit me. It was a bin. It was like a big rolling desk. It was an engineer's chest in his garage, and he made airplanes. He made and it was full of aluminum rivets. Imagine that, aluminum rivets. And we finally decluttered that thing. We got all the stuff out of it. I think since it was aluminum, we could recycle it. And we gave the big cabinet away to the man who remodeled our house that our son worked for. And that's the weirdest thing we've ever decluttered. Now, I have decluttered one thing that I went to, I knew who got it, and so I went and bought it back from their little antique mall booth. Getting rid of stuff, blessing others with your abundance is a powerful thing. Then you know somebody needs it, and it's easier for us to let go of things that way. When you believe that you donate things and it goes to the right place, you can take it to Goodwill or to the Humane Society thrift store. That's where I carried a bunch of stuff when I was decluttering, the Humane Society thrift store. And do you have a pantry, a linen closet full of linens that you don't use anymore? Well, bless a Humane Society with those linens, because they can use them for beds for the animals, and they love it. They absolutely they curl up in it. I saw a bunch of blankets and stuff that the animals were curled up in going to sea, and you know you're doing something good to help the critters. So get things out of if you have a linen closet that's full of stuff, you can build a pantry in that linen closet and start having enough food in your house to get you through a winter storm or a hurricane or a flood. So clean out that linen closet. We don't need the linen closet for towels and for blankets and sheets. Those need to stay in the room where they're being used. That way, you can store them flat under between the mattress and the box spring. That makes it good. I mean, if you have to raise your mattress up because you got some reflux issues, you can put them underneath the mattress and the box spring at the head of the bed. I just thought of that. Even old pillows can go in those places. Michelle taught me that with old pillows can go underneath to kind of raise your head up so that you don't have reflux issues. And then you don't have to take the medication if you can prop your bed up. So eliminate the use of a linen closet or where you store your linens and use that as a pantry. Having a pantry is going to give you the ability to cook a meal at a moment's notice. I keep stuff in my pantry all the time that I can make a meal from. I've got even some dried stuff that I can make dry sour cream. I mean, last night I put together a quickie little cake in a cup for our snack last night, and it was just 2 little eighth of 2 tablespoons of flour, but I did 2 scoops, so that was 4, and sugar and some vanilla flavoring, and put some chocolate chips in it, and Robert thought it was pretty good. But I saw it in a little video on Facebook. If you go look at my personal Facebook page, you can probably see it because I shared it with everybody. This will makes it fun having stuff in the house to cook with. It really does make it fun. To get your children expand their palate, get them to help you in the kitchen. If you get them in there, Leanne Ely taught me this, and if you need help with menu planning, go to savingdinner.com. You can click the link on Leanne's blog post on our website and go to the link in that little essay I wrote, and she can help you with menu planning. Menu planning is going to save you a lot of money. I got notification this week in email that our electric bill was going to be higher than usual. Well, we had some really cold weather, and I had my stove going nonstop, boiling water all the time when it was so cold because I don't want to get a sinus infection. So I'm taking care of me, and if the electricity goes up, then so be it. It is what it is. So purge some stuff. Won't be long before we'll be doing some decluttering missions all over the place. Mary, people are helping Mary. That's sweet of y'all. Everybody's putting down what's for dinner. Taco Thursday, that works too. Let's see, when you get dressed to shoes, does that outfit need to be what you wear out for running errands? I wear old clothes around the house, saving the better clothes. Here's what I would do. If you know you're going to be running errands, get dressed in what you're going to wear. Because it's really hard for us to go back and change clothes. I know Robert he'll get up in the morning and it'll be, I call it grubbies. He's got on his grubbies because he's going to bring wood up to the house. He's going to split wood. He's going to cut wood or whatever. And then he has to change clothes. If you know you're going to run errands, get dressed in what you're going to wear. And I want you to feel good in your clothes. So look good in the things. You may have to banish some of those old clothes, but I want you to feel like $1,000,000 in everything that you put on. Do you hear me? Everything that you put on, I want you to feel good in. So get rid of the old grubby clothes so that you can feel like $1,000,000 all the time. I'm looking for questions. Post some questions, y'all. Find them maybe eventually. Where are some questions? I have to clean out my overstuffed closet because we need some work done on a leak in the wall, but I'm procrastinating. The longer you procrastinate on fixing that leak, the worse it's going to be. Stop it. Now, take everything out of that closet and let them get in there and fix it. And while they're fixing it, you go through those clothes and get rid of the things that don't fit you anymore and get rid of the things you don't love and donate them. Get them out of the house. You can do it. I like to go in. This week we are in our master bedroom, our closet, and our master bathroom. And if you will go in there and just every day pull 5 things out of your closet you don't like, but you've got to get it out of there because the leak is going to cause major problems with your subfloor. I was laying down on the couch the other night and we were having a really hard rain. We got about 3 inches of rain, and I looked up. We had a fire going, and I looked up to the fireplace on the side of the fireplace, and I saw a little glint, and it looked like water coming down the brick. And I said, honey, you need to come over here and look at this. And sure enough, we reached up and we felt it, and it was damp. So yesterday, my sweet darling got the big ladder out, climbed up on the house, and started fixing it. He got the dirt away. He doesn't know if he found the leak or not. It was just a little tiny trickle, but trickles turn into big leaks and ruin your ceiling. And he got it. I hope he got it fixed. We had picked up stuff on the way home from taking the dog back to the Humane Society that he picked up some stuff to fix it with. And so we had the things we needed to work on the flashing. He thinks the flashing needs to be redone. And take care of those things when they happen. Because if you don't, you know what your granny always said, a stitch in time saves 9. So if you're missing a button, replace it. I'm so proud of my button collection. Y'all just got to see this. I got it right here. I haven't had any buttons, just ones that came with clothes, and I've ordered 2 pounds of buttons on eBay, and I sorted through them all, and now I got buttons for a million things. I can find a button to match a button now, and I am so happy to have buttons. It's a good thing to have a button collection. My grandmother always had one. The weirdest thing I ever decluttered was my uncle's kitchen before he passed. He immediately put a huge box of paper towels to cover the counter. Oh, you know, our family has a hard time. They want to let things go, and they just can't. Let's see. I have a button collection too. They are my grandma's. They're just gorgeous buttons. And decluttering each season, this is a cool thing. Let me talk to you about kids stuff. Kids toys. They have too many of them. And you buy them. And grandma buys them. There's too many toys. But if you will divide them up into 4 groups, get a Rubbermaid bin, box. I'd rather it be a plastic bin that critters can't get in there, because we've had testimonials where they cleaned out the toy box and found black widow spiders. So you don't want the kids to get a hold of a black widow spider. Divide the toys into 4 groups, 1 for each season. Don't get picky about it. Now, my daughter-in-law taught me this. She put all the Legos and trains in different boxes and bins, and she would rotate them around. And at the end of you can rotate them monthly, you can rotate them seasonally, but at the end of the season, whenever you decide to rotate them again, you get rid of the broken things, the pieces of puzzles that, you put together a puzzle. This is Tammy and her boys did a puzzle on Sunday that she got for her birthday. That is my That's my torture. I don't like puzzles. It just, the thought of doing a puzzle, it just kills me. But they got it worked in a day, and I was really proud of Quentin and all of them for doing it. But you know, get rid of the puzzles that have missing pieces, and don't keep things that are broken. Get rid of them as you rotate them back, rotate them around. Don't stick broken things back in the bins. You got to make room for new toys that have come in. And when you bring them out each month or each season, your kids are going to think they're brand new toys. And that's going to keep them from pulling out everything they have. As far as toys goes, get rid of the stuff that is broken. Get rid of the stuff that they've outgrown. Donate them. Take them to church, to the nursery. Just, you know how to donate these toys. Let somebody else have them. And then you've got current toys, and then rotate them around. And you won't have a house or a playroom that's just blows up every time the kids go play. One toy at a time, and at the top of every hour, let's clean up and put away, and get them in the habit of putting something away. Have things on shelves, and they're labeled with pictures, so that they just put it where it belongs. Especially with the larger toys like trucks and things, they have to have a garage, and the kids understand that. You can have some fun with organizing the kids' toys. That's a good idea, Amanda, decluttering each season. Okay, let's see. How do I handle dealing with a mountain of old books? Well, we have old books too. My husband has a library, and they're his books. I don't touch them. I got my books, he's got his books. I can declutter mine. I got a closet in here that's got some books in it. They're my books. I don't want him decluttering my books, and I don't touch his books. But if they're old books from college or high school, well, I still got some from middle school that I got to buy, a Tennessee history book that I love. So if they mean something to you, you don't have to declutter them. But if they're old books that are out of print and stuff, you can donate them to libraries. Our library has a book sale every year in July, around the July the 4th holiday. And they sell books and raise money for the library. And it's a fun thing. AAUW has a book sale here. You can donate those books, but get them out of the house. If you're not going to love them, if you don't have a place for them, and they don't make you smile, then you've got to bless someone else with them. And your house is going to feel better, and you will too. And you don't have to get rid of all of them, but you can get rid of the ones you don't love. Let's see. Well, I'm trying to read, and I burn my old worn out clothes in a wood stove. They are great fire starters. Well, I would have never thought of that. I know a lot of old clothes. I've been through the humanitarian services in Utah. The Mormons there, they collect old clothes, and they sort them as they come in. They sort them into sizes, and then they bundle them all up for third world communities and they take them to people all around the world. It's an amazing way that they clothe people, and they put water in and all kinds of stuff. We've toured those services in Utah. They do some great work around the world. There are people that will take old clothes, but I never would have thought of using them as fire starters. Let's see. Now, this week I did some research on something, and Etsy. I love Etsy. if your husband has some t-shirts that he loves, that he don't want to get rid of because they mean something, you might be able to gather up all those t-shirts, and somebody will make a quilt out of them, or a blanket, or a bedspread for him, for his man cave, to put over the back of the couch and curl up with when he's watching football. For $100, $150, somebody will take those t-shirts and make something wonderful that you can give back to them. You get the t-shirts out of your drawers, and bam, you've got this wonderful blanket. I think that's a cute idea. Now, my husband does something with his, he declutters his underwear. If we go on a trip, he takes his old underwear and throws it in the trash so that he doesn't have to deal with it when he gets home, or doesn't have to deal with dirty clothes. Some people can't stand puzzles either. That's so sweet, y'all. Oh, where are some more questions? I am in the middle of my deep spring cleaning, painting, and minor repairs. I hope to have it done by spring. I took 5 bags of clothes and bags of stuff away. You know, we at FlyLady, we never do spring clean unless you're Jewish and you're getting ready for Passover, and that's a requirement. You got to get all the unleavened bread out of the house. Some people have 2 kitchens because they can't cook in the other kitchen, but that's the only way we spring clean around here, is if you're Jewish. Every day, Rebecca sends you out a mission, and that's a detailed cleaning thing that you do that keeps you from ever having to spring clean again. Now, doing little fix-up things, that's a good thing to do. Like Robert went up on the house and looked at the chimney. We got to get the chimney cleaned. We got to fix something that's leaking. He's working on that. The ladder's still up. But we never have to spring clean again. I got a whole chapter in my book, Sink Reflections, called that. Shining the sink is a sure thing. It always motivates me. Yep, it's a powerful thing. I don't put stuff under beds. It causes problems, especially if you're putting stuff under kids' beds. But I keep bins in closets, and I have shelves in the basement. Let's see. Where are some more questions? Now, all of you, this flu is bad. Wash your hands. If you do nothing else, the minute you get in the car from being out grocery shopping, use hand sanitizer. Wash your hands. This is going to help keep the flu down. Get your children to wash their hands. Washing your hands with hot soapy water and singing the happy birthday song, it's going to help you keep the flu from invading your family. We've had several children to die, and older people too, healthy people, young people that are in their mid-20s, and it just turned on them. All of a sudden they had a little bad cold, and then it was just bad. So get your child a flu shot, because children can't take Tamiflu. Sarah's pediatrician said we don't give Tamiflu to children under 15 because it makes them hallucinate. So the flu shot, some places cost you nothing to get the flu shot. And, you know, everybody's saying it doesn't protect you. Well, I got one that protects for 4 strains. I got it at Walgreens. And it gives you some help won't get bad. And I'm not one that likes flu shots, but I got one this year for my husband for his birthday. And you still got time. It takes about 10 days to 2 weeks for it to kick in. Be sure and wash your hands. Stay home as much as possible. I'm cooking more because of that. I'm staying home and cooking more. And I've got the hand sanitizer in the car, and I'm washing my hands, and I don't touch door handles. I use the tail, I open doors with my shirt tail, or Robert opens them for me. Now, he had something around his birthday that was flu-like, and his muscles ached. It was just terrible, and he couldn't eat. So I just thought it was a stomach bug, but it was worse than that. And he'd had the flu shot. So everybody, take care of yourself and take care of your family. Well, I've been running my mouth now for almost an hour. I've tried to answer some of your questions. Be sure and check our emails going out every day, and put FlyLady at flylady.net in your address book. And if any of our messages go into your spam folder, mark them as not spam. You can help get the messages to you. We're only sending out 5 or 6 a day. It's better than 15. Don't be complaining about it, because we're trying to get in your head. 2 of the messages are all about the back to basics stuff. One of them's the flight plan for tomorrow. One's about our habit of the month, which is shine in your sink. And then there's a testimonial at the end of the day to kind of get you ready to go to bed. Just something nice to think about, how people have used the system to change their lives. Sign up for the emails. Get your friends to sign up for the emails. They will be life-changing for you if you will just allow them to fly wash you just a little at a time. And this back to basic stuff, people are loving it. They're absolutely loving it. So do the missions. Jump in where we are. Quit beating yourself up because you're not perfect, and just do a little at a time. Oh, and we have a flash sale going on right now. And it's our little chenille duster. But it's more than just a duster. You can wash dishes with it. You can wipe down your bathroom shower walls with it. You can, I made a big list of things, and it's $5. And then if you tack on the 15% discount we've got going for back to basics, you've really saved more than half price. So check that out. Everybody, keep me in your prayers, because we're going to find a dog, and I don't want to have a nervous breakdown in the process. So keep me in your prayers about the puppy, that God sends us the right dog. And I will see you next week, Lord willing, and the creek don't rise. See y'all later.